Hi guys, this is Ali. Welcome back to You&Korea. I hope you're enjoying the channel so far. Let me just remind you that through this channel, I'm trying to share my experiences for the past 8-9 years in Korea, trying to tell you something interesting about the country, show you some places. If you're enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments in the comment section. Please ask me questions. Leave your thoughts about the future of the channel, what you want to see in the future. Just let me know what you think. So, you've seen the title of this video, right? Let me just ask you, what's your favorite food? I'm thinking there will be plenty of different answers because all of our tastes differ based on where we live, where we come from, our personal preferences. Let me just tell you, I love the food of my home country, of course, but I've been living in Korea for about 9 years now, and naturally this affected my tastes as well. So today I'm bringing to you my top 5 favorite Korean food. So have you tried any Korean food before? Have you heard of any Korean food before? Maybe you already have your favorite Korean food. If you have some Korean food that you like, please leave the names in the comments. It will be interesting for me to read. When we talk about Korean food, people would mostly think kimchi or bulgogi or bibimbap because that's probably the most known Korean dishes. But I am going to try and tell you about delicious Korean food that everybody must try. In my opinion, something that not many will know, but I think you should really try when you come to Korea. Okay, let's start. So the first on my top 5 favorite Korean food list is Toppoki. Hae in Korean is raw fish. So basically it's rice topped with raw fish. It might look a little bit like bibimbap in a way. The concept is similar. So it comes with the fish on top and you have to mix it as you go. You have to mix the rice and vegetables and the sauce. The sauce is a little bit different from bibimbap because it's at the same time sweet, sour, and spicy. It actually, they call it 3 different tastes in Korean, 매콤, 달콤, and 새콤. Spicy, sweet, and sour. So if you cannot eat spicy food, you can actually adjust the level of spiciness in this one by adding the sauce like while you're mixing it. I personally prefer fish over meat, and to me this one is one of the most delicious Korean dishes that I've tried so far, so I really recommend it. The next one on my list of my most favorite Korean foods is sundubujigae. Sundubujigae is a soft tofu stew. Practically anything that is jjigae in Korean is a stew, but they're not all the same. They vary based on the ingredients that are used or based on the sauces that are used. There can be 된장찌개, for example, which is soybean paste stew, or kimchi jjigae that, as you can guess, main is kimchi inside of this dish. So my favorite is sundubujigae. This one uses a very soft kind of tofu that practically melts in your mouth. And normally it comes with seafood or meat. It's up to you. Actually, you can ask to regulate the level of spiciness, or just make it without some of the ingredients. That's up to you. It's a very flexible dish to me, so that's why I like it so much. If you come to Korea, make sure you try any of the jjigae, any of the stews, because that's a signature Korean dish. So moving on to the next one. The next one is tteokbokki. I don't think I even need to explain why, because this is like nation's favorite. You have probably seen it many times if you have ever watched any of Korean dramas or Korean variety shows. This is really a national treasure. Everybody in Korea loves tteokbokki. It's a rice cake that is sliced in really thin pieces and fried with a spicy red pepper sauce and vegetables. But actually, not many people know that there's tteokbokki with another version that is cooked with soy sauce. That one is actually called royal tteokbokki because somewhere in the past it used to be king's favorite food. It was served in King's Palace and was considered a very luxury kind of food. So, and it's even luxury up to this date because, well, it's pretty pricey. Anyways, when you come to Korea, make sure you try tteokbokki. Of course, there is no favorite food list without at least one noodle dish. Don't you agree? I think noodle dishes exist in every country, in every culture. And I've even watched a documentary once that said that noodle dishes have been around for like thousands of years. So it's only fair that I've added one. So my favorite noodle dish in Korea is called Mukuksu. What is that? That is a cold noodle dish that uses 열무 kimchi. It's not a regular type of kimchi because regular type of kimchi is cabbage actually. But this one is a type of small radish. It's very delicious. It's served cold, even has ice inside. So to me, it's a like perfect summer dish. And the broth itself is not too spicy, not too sweet, not too sour. It's just right. So it is very refreshing when you eat it in summer. So I really recommend if you come to Korea in summer, try it. Okay, we've come to the last one. The last one on my top 5 most favorite Korean food list is Tater. It doesn't really have, I think, an English name, like official English name, but this is basically sweet potato starch noodles that are stir-fried with vegetables, sometimes meat, in a pretty sweet sauce. Noodles again, but what can you do? This one is considered to be one of the most popular dishes that are used when you're having like a feast, when there's a lot of guests, like a lot of dishes on one table. This is a must-have in there. Personally, I like it because it has this kind of sweet, but not too sweet kind of taste, and it's pretty addictive. I mean, once you start eating it, you cannot really stop. And you know, sometimes it goes really well for a quick snack, so it's awesome. Okay, so that was top 5 of my most favorite Korean food. I'm pretty sure you're getting hungry by this point, so I'm just going to wrap this up real quickly. When we talk about Korean food, please remember that there is so much more than just kimchi or bulgogi. When you get to come to Korea one day, I really think you should try as many dishes as possible because, well, it's just worth it. I think it's even a good idea to live at least one day of the trip to just have a food trip, food tour, because when you get here one day, you'll see that there is so much more you have to try. But for now, as we cannot travel, I recommend that you explore your own town, your own country, and try to find some K-food there. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and requests for future topics in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next videos. 안녕!